can ask me. And then in this museum, you are allowed to take pictures.
Okay.
Okay. So Mandela wasn't born around here. He was born in a tiny village called Mvezo in the Eastern Cape. He grew up at Skunu. It's also in the Eastern Cape. That's where he started schooling and got his name Nelson from his teacher, because it was customary for black people to have an English name. His birth name was Kholihlahla. Kholihlahla means troublemaker. His father passed away when he was 9 years old. Then he was moving to another tiny village in the Eastern Cape to be taken care of by his father's uncle, who was a chief. He took him through schooling until university, where he was expelled after 2 years.
Oh, man.
He ran away from the Eastern Cape in 1941, running away from an arranged marriage. When he got to Johannesburg, that's when he married the first wife, Evelyn. They had 4 children. Unfortunately, 3 died. It's only one that's surviving. She's a medical doctor by profession, and she's married to a professor from Ghana. Mandela and Evelyn separated in 1956. They were married for 12 years. They separated because Evelyn couldn't handle the pressure of the police coming to the house. So she left, even though the house belonged to her. And then 2 years later, he married the second wife, Winnie. They were blessed with 2 daughters. They are both ambassadors. They are representing South Africa. Number 1 is in Argentina. Number 2 is in Denmark. Mandela was arrested in 1964 in a place called Howick in Pietermaritzburg. He was sentenced to life in prison and spent 27 years. While he was in prison, this house was petrol bombed twice and shot at several times. That's why you still see all these black marks on the wall. And this side, there are some bullet holes. So the police were always shooting from this direction because this was the front part of the house. He was released on the 11th of February 1990, came back to this house and stayed only for 11 days because he had no privacy. Then he moved to a bigger and secured house where Mama Winnie stays now. So he doesn't stay very far from here, it's just across the hill over there. So we call that area Beverly Hills of Soweto. He stayed there until 1992 when they separated with Winnie. 1998, on his 80th birthday, he married the third wife, Graça Machel from Mozambique. Graça Machel was married to the late president of Mozambique, Samora Machel, who died in a plane crash. She's 72. I always say she's waiting for president number 3. So do you have any questions before we proceed? Okay, so this tree, it's called Meleluka. It's originally from Australia. It's a special treat to the Mandela family because they bury all the children's umbilical cords under the tree to introduce them to the ancestors and to the soil. Right, so I'll explain what's in the house step by step, then you can go in and take pictures because you are a large group, we all won't fit. Okay? This is the first window. That was the children's bedroom. In the children's bedroom, you'll see 3 pairs of military boots. 2 of them belonged to Mandela and 1 to Mama Winnie. But the only boots that are original are those with sheepskin inside. Nelson Mandela wore them at Algeria for 6 months when he went for military training. And there's a green boxing belt. It was given to Mandela as a gift from the American boxer, Sugar Ray Leonard. And there are also a few of the letters that he wrote while he was still in prison. He was allowed to only write 2 letters per year. In English only, 500 words per letter. So every letter was censored. Okay? And there's a document by state of Michigan. The Michigan legislature was asking George W. Bush to apologize on behalf of the American CIA for helping the apartheid government arrest Mandela, but George Bush didn't apologize. Okay. Next to the children's bedroom, there's a shower room. The shower room, there's a portrait of Nelson Mandela.